Derrick is very musically talented. He plays piano, guitar, drums, and he sings. He plays in the church, and he is in band, and he's played the saxophone. He's been in band since 6th grade, right? Yes. And he's very, very talented. We had the Mr. CHS contest. We have that each year as a fundraiser, and as a sophomore, he won that, and he played the piano for his talent. Last year, he played piano in the talent show with his band. It's a which he has a jazz band that he plays in, and they won the talent show based on their musical ability. A few weeks ago, with my leadership class, we went to go visit. We've been trying to go to a different nursing home each month, and we went to Golden Oaks. And he walked into the room we were visiting in and found the piano and sat down and just started playing. That's how he can play. He can just play, beautifully just by sitting down. And pretty soon one of the nurses came over and he said, "Do you know this?" And sure enough, of course, Derrick knew that. They started playing, then they were singing, and then they kept playing, and then the nurse was playing with him. Oh, it was great. It was the best entertainment we had had. And so he can just play. It's just wonderful. So let's see. Besides being in band at school, he's also in student council. As a junior, he was our secretary last year. Secretary. And he has been involved in Toastmasters in Enid for 4 years. So he's a very good speaker. And this year he's involved in the speech and drama team at the high school. So he's using his speaking skills to go out and compete. That's where they go on a Saturday and compete at the area schools for different categories of speeches. Let's see. He has earned Red Carpet Honor Band and All Area Honor Band this year. And I forgot. As a sophomore, he was a class president. And I told you about how he won Mr. CHS and the jazz band. Let's see. He wants to go to OSU to major in mechanical engineering. That's the biggest OSU band in the room back there. So then I wanted to also just tell you a couple of things about why I think Derrick is deserving of being Student of the Month. He is one of the students that I know that he just loves to serve others. I've seen that in him since, I guess I got to know him mostly his sophomore year, and then junior year I had him in class and worked with him in student council more. And this year he was going to be in my leadership class, but I didn't realize he wasn't going to be in my leadership class until second semester. So all first semester I kept waiting for him to come to my class. And when he got in my class in January, I was so excited that he came and said, "Is this the class I'm supposed to be in?" I said, "Yes, you need to be in this class." And since that day, he has just brought life to our class. We've been doing the project going to visit the nursing homes, and the other kids are kind of reticent about that. They're not so sure they want to do that. And Derrick was in class for 2 days, and I said, "Don't forget, we're going to Golden Oaks." He said, "Sign me up." And then when we got there, he brought his dominoes, and he taught people how to play checkers, and then he played the piano, and and the other kids have a hard time getting comfortable with that, and Derrick just gets in there and he really serves. And I wanted to tell you another story about him that this year, I don't quite remember how it came about, but during cross-country meet, Coach Coleman found that he didn't have enough people to have a team. So Derrick, who likes to help out and serve, volunteered to run in the cross-country meet. Having not trained to do this, he runs shorter races, yes. And I don't know if some people do like a couch to 5K where you run a little bit each week and you run a little bit more each time. I think Derrick went couch to 5K overnight, and that's 3 miles in case you did not know. And so he volunteered the night before, and they came out on a Saturday and ran a cross-country meet, which is not an easy thing to do. And I will tell you, we have other kids that run the cross-country meets that train, and that's what they've been doing all season. They've been training for that, and they stop part way, they walk part of the way, things like this. Derrick had not been training, volunteered the night before, and he ran the whole 3 miles. Yeah. He was tired. He did not quit. Coach Coleman was and Derrick stepped up. Now, I will also tell you that after that, he saw us. I am there with my little crew of student council members, and we work at the finish line where the kids come across the line, and some of them aren't doing so well, and they faint, or they fall down, or they can hardly walk. And he saw me with my meager little crew, and after running 3 miles, he volunteered and stayed to help the whole rest of the afternoon. And so he stayed there with us till 3 o'clock that afternoon. And he was the one that would go get the kids that couldn't walk anymore and that were about to pass out. And he would either, morally boost them up or physically put his arm under their shoulder, and drag them across the line so that other runners didn't have to trip over them. And it just speaks volumes to me that he was just willing to do that. And he gave up his whole Saturday afternoon. First, he was just going to run one race, and then he stayed there and helped me because I had a kind of small little crew, and he could see I was in need. I guess the panic on my face showed through. And he volunteered. He stayed all day. It was windy. It was miserable. Working that finish line is not fun, and he stayed there and helped me the whole time. And that's just the kind of person he is. He just has such a good character, and he's so willing to help others in need, and he can sense when others need help. And that is just one of my favorite things about him, and I'm so glad he's in my class this semester. So that is Derrick in a nutshell. Thank you all.